Big Mike, I've been in recovery. Well, that's a good question. I've been in recovery for 26 years, but I've been sober for 4 months. Very challenging. It was full of lies, using, just trying to find my next fix and handling my day-to-day life. It was really challenging day to day. Well, that's a deep question. There's been so many times where I thought it was the end. And this last time, it was. My life depended on it. I couldn't live the way I was living anymore, so I thought not living was going to be the answer. And I had reached the end of my rope, both figuratively and accurately. Fortunately, that didn't work out, and I contacted my friend, who's also my therapist. Not supposed to work out that way, but over the time, it's become that. And we had a conversation, and she said that she would help me save my life. So that was the start of this new way of life, restarting life, because my life was literally ending. Well, that's also a great question, because this is the second time I've been to the IOP program. I was fortunate enough to be a part of Hidden Leaf, the new residential home that Sober Life Healthy You has to offer now. And I reluctantly didn't want to go to IOP because I had already completed the program in the past, and I didn't think it was going to work for me. But the staff is always changing, and they're challenging themselves, and they take the curriculum and they make it exciting, and it was a new community of people, new stories, and also myself coming in broken and full of surrender. I guess asking the question, what was new? Everything, and I thought it was going to be monotonous. I thought it was going to be the same thing over and over. Healthy You has just transitioned to a lot of new staff members, just coming out of their college and stuff like that, and they're figuring out how to make things exciting with the material that we have, and it's just neat. It's neat to see the growth in the program. Well, that's easy. Caroline has made it. She's my therapist, and she's been since I came to the program back in December. I think it was December, January. No, December. And she has made a huge difference in my life. I've had therapists in the past, and it was in my ways. I would manipulate my therapist into thinking that I was fine, and have him co-sign my bullshit. I hope I can say that on camera, but Caroline doesn't do that. Caroline sees through me. She's not afraid to tell me what I need to hear, and she remembers everything. So when she challenges me with the task, later on, she'll come up to me and question me if I accomplished that. She's just a great therapist. She's a great mentor, and she's a great friend. I mean, there's so many other people I can sit here all day and take up all the camera time and speak about them, but Caroline has been one of the biggest influences in my life in this last year. If somebody was struggling, what would I tell them? I'd tell them to not give up and to be okay for asking for help. It's not a weakness, it's courageous to reach out and ask for help and receive that help, to give themselves grace and compassion, and to allow themselves to become the same way they became who they are and who they don't want to be right now. They can become someone else, and they can progress in their life and ultimately reach. If sobriety is their goal, then their goal. If there's another goal in their life, it's all possible. But they have to start somewhere, and starting somewhere sometimes takes a community. Well, that's a great question for me, because I come from an environment where asking for help and admitting that you have an issue with alcohol or drugs and addiction problem is not okay. You know, you either live with it or you hide it really well. But you're not alone. You have a family out there, of a community of people who have gone exactly through what you're going through. Don't be afraid. Don't let it define you. Use it as a tool to give you the fire you need, so that you can take that experience and give it back to someone else and help them with what they're going through. Thanks for saving my life. Recovery means life, family. It means everything to me. Like I said earlier, I was willing to give up everything. Now I want everything. That's it. Thank you. All right. All right.